Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here, first day living with the new update. We have done some track laying, moved around some industries, and got all that kind of plugged in. So we're going to be going to check that out today, trying to get our first run down there and see how all that goes. Hopefully we get this one out of the shed. Still obviously getting a hold of the new tools. You know, they are different to use. I don't know if they're my favorite or if I like the old, I don't know, to be honest. I do notice there's some things, not every system is for everybody, obviously. Some of it I don't really get. Some of it is kind of finicky and finding the differences. I'm still kind of like holding out judgment on it because just been starting it. There's a few things that I don't like seeing the links through the rail after everything's hooked up. Not really a big fan of that. I mean, there's things here and there don't like. Still haven't done enough of it to make a real big judgment on it, I guess, is the thing. Some of it definitely comes in handy, and some of it is kind of, indifferent. Still not using parts of it too, so until that all comes in. Oops. So, wheeling this back, we're going to turn around and try to grab some tools, or not tools, boxcars, but we are going to try to grab some seed pallets and take them down to the farm area. Did turn around and slap in the whole new farm factory land is basically the way that I'm looking at it. Let's see how this goes. Hooked up. I don't think that's hooked up. Oh, maybe it is hooked up. Looks hooked up. Alright. Turn those off. The front one we already got loaded, right? Alright, we shouldn't get the opening thing when it don't open. There we go. That one. This one, I'm pretty sure, is loaded. We just dropped that on there. New re-rail tool. That is a new one. Missed that in the first look. We did get a new re-rail tool. Okay, so everything is hooked up. Nice. Working as intended. So that's cool. Do have to say, everything seems to be running pretty smooth. I haven't run into any problems for any of the stuff I've been doing. Obviously, you got to get used to the brakes being right again, but that's, that's right. That's the way it should be. The track laying tools, I mean, lay it like, I don't know, switches and stuff like that seem to be weird because you can't really turn them. And then there's the getting used to what auto clicks and what doesn't is weird. And the green and yellow, red progressive stuff is kind of weird because sometimes you notice like it'll tell you it's red when it's pretty much laying out a flat tracks. I've just noticed. So I don't know, just a few weird things, but obviously new mechanics. I'm sure they're working all of the fine details there out. I know some people have already straight up just said they'd rather go back to the old system if they could have it toggleable on and off would be great. Getting used to having the mini map, not so bad. I'm sure, I play on a fairly good sized monitor, so it's kind of, I'm not sure how that is, if you're on a smaller monitor there, but there we go. That is hooked up. The new icons on the map. I do think, it's definitely nice finally having the track. Whoa. Finally having the track and whatnot on the map for sure. Though this could definitely, the track could be bigger. It could be easier to see, things like that. But this is version 1 of it. Alright, let's roll out. Nope, we are on, I don't know, people were talking about like what, a third, fourth version of, Splines or something, so, sometimes it takes a few versions to work into what is going to be the end product. always have to keep in mind it's the beta. We all opted in to play the beta. It was an early access game. Things do change from here and, you know, time to time. So getting used to the new stuff. Just what it is. Alright, we're working along. We got plenty of wood, water, sand that we aren't going to need. We're cruising along. Not sure how much we'll see the difference. I have heard a few people say it's been a little tricky getting some of the old track locking in with some of the new post stuff. I haven't really had too much of a problem there, though I did, you know, getting it to plug in certain places was a little bit tricky, but it all worked out in the end. Just had to play around with a few things. Alright, obviously the stock wheat farm over there, not using that one. The old abandoned farm, doing nothing. Pretty much just there for lumberjacks to set out some wood on the side there for trains. It's the deal. I don't know, we might put a coal thing in there too. Then it's kind of like an out-of-town pit stop for trains, so maybe we'll throw a coal thing on the other side there or something. Could be an idea for an addition. We're rolling along. Not too long here, and we'll jump on to the new rails. I still hope that I mean, my opinion is that I would like to see them flip the compass or flip the map. I mean, it'd be nice to see them flip the map, because I'm not sure why it was released upside down, but I think it's more apt that it got turned upside down in the process than it was released upside down, because the snow in the north made sense, snow in the south doesn't really make sense. I mean, I know somebody said that maybe it's a, you know, Smoky Mountains in Germany or something, but like it's an American narrow gauge last time I checked, which was, you know, predominantly an American thing there. So I don't know where we get the north and the, you know, the snow in the south, I guess, is my main point. So it'd be nice to see them flip that. I've heard people suggesting that it'd be nicer if the map were just colored rather than, you know, orange. Have to say I probably agree with that. That would be nice to see. Just little adjustments, but I'm sure we'll see some things change over time. And not to say that my variation or my version or my ideas would necessarily be the best, but I think, you know, they'll probably make some adjustments and some fine tuning with player response. I'm sure some things will get adjusted. Most of the time they do. All right, we actually need to get on the brakes here. So here we will go in and check the map. Yeah, sweet. Okay, flip that. Rock on. So we would have crashed. Or not crashed, but we'd have gone the wrong way. So this is where the new rail starts, obviously. Did manage to shoehorn it in here on enough of a flat that we didn't really have to alter much. Make sure everything works here before I say anything. Haven't been down it yet. So we'll just have to see. Now this is all new, the new stuff, so we'll just have to see how it all kind of clicked in here, because I am not exactly sure. It does let you get in nice and close to the ground in some cases. Hopefully all this still works. Working. Definitely some crazy overgrowth back there. Have always said it would be nice if the foliage just straight disappeared when you put something down, whether that was groundwork or whatever you put down. So here we go into the new farm factory location, which Still got to get up signage. I've been taking out tons of trees, so you'll see. We did turn around and put all 3 of the farm factory kind of things. The whole farm chain is going to effectively be out here. We'll get some switchers. We obviously will build it a little more holding, stuff like that. Just kind of wanted to get in the base. So that's what we got going on here so far. Anyway. So we will just try to get this wheeled up. Obviously, our drops are all going to be in here. Oh. Slow it down. Turn around and get this lined up, and then we'll take a look at how things are going to work. Hopefully, everything actually works in here because, you know, like I said, don't know. First attempt at all of this stuff. So, alright, let's see. Do we get to drop it off? You know, sometimes getting these box cars to do their thing is a pain. Give me the load. Alright. That should work. And we are getting paid. Cool. There we go. I lighted it right off the bat. Boom. Yep, getting paid for both, so that's gonna work. There we go. As you can see, we did line up both sides, so, you know, wheat farm on one side, cattle farm on the other side. We have the meat packing plant down on this side. We'll turn around and take a little fly up just to look at kind of what we did here for the attempt. So you kind of come into the 3-way. Obviously, this is going to share drops. Pickups are on the outside, so those will either swing in to the farm or out, either way you go. Have a couple of slots, obviously, in here where we can put tracks off for holding, things like that. Just want to make sure that the idea is going to be sound and that we can, you know, before we start ripping things apart and adding in a lot of rails and stuff like that. But we will probably be doing more of that. Just kind of wanted to, it's a new idea, so didn't want to get crazy where we may have to make adjustments, but all of the industries did come into place decently. All of that, you know, the new snap in. See, here is nice. Like here you can't even see the rail, so this are the link lines, so that's cool. Some of them it comes out nice and clean because you can't see it, and then some of them is kind of a bit of, you know, I don't know. Like at the depot, you can definitely see them. Here you can kind of see them. It's kind of like, those should disappear, you know, like when something's over them or linked, I guess. I don't know how they would do that, but that's just throwing thoughts out there. But there you go. Again, we can turn around and take a look at it on the overhead on the map now. So there you go. Just kind of comes in, splits off. Still have to deal with the water thing. That's going to move. Not sure if we're going to put it into this mix or not, but we'll have that coming up. So there we go. Trek seems to be working though. So for the start, we're going to call it a win. Anyway, say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.